the next artist is world-renowned for his blend of abstract, realism, comic, and graffiti styles. With his works held in private collections, everybody from the owners of Sony, Warner Brothers, Univision, 20th Century Fox, and many, many more own his work. Here today to talk about his incredible influences and his upcoming Suncoast exhibit is Paris-born artist Laurent Dareau. Laurent, welcome. We're so excited to have you here today.
Thank you so much for having me.
Nothing like a good-looking man to end the year with.
The French accent.
And he just happens to be a great artist. So tell me about your influences. Your styles are so different.
Yes, I was trained as a comic book artist when I was a kid, and then I moved to more figurative style like portrait paintings and so on. So for me, it was time to mix all that together, and all the artists I love, either it's abstract, as you said, or figurative, or whatever. So I like to just play with all that together and make a big mix of everything.
So your paintings might be a combination of all of those styles?
Yes, pretty much. So, it's once again, it's about bringing all those influences together and just being free of doing whatever I want, going in the studio and not, thinking about doing something specific, but just opening doors instead of just following, a more narrow path.
Did anything in your life inspire you to do this kind of work?
Everything, pretty much. Either it's my kids or the everyday life and everything I see in magazine or in stores or wherever I go.
Or on this show, maybe?
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely.
So you're always looking for influences.
Yes, once again, it's about having fun and so on. I think we see so many sad things. You were talking about Debbie passing away and so on. So there's so many things every day that makes us unhappy and sad. I think my work. In my work, I'm trying to make people happy and to make them smile.
So the title of the exhibit definitely interested all of us. Did you really want to be Walt Disney?
Yeah, when I was 3 years old, my friends wanted to be policeman or fireman and so on, and I was born in France. So I said to my parents, I want to be Walt Disney. And they look at me and say, I think the job is taken already.
But is that because of the style of character and drawing, or what?
It took me a while to realize, no, it's more about giving people dreams. Walt Disney stopped drawing after, pretty quickly. He created, but most of the movies we know by Walt Disney are not made by Walt Disney, produced them, but it was created and designed by other people. But the amusement parks and so on, where people can go and have another life and take a break from their lives from one day, that's pretty much the idea that, I figured out later on that was my inspiration, is to bring people somewhere else. For a little while you go to the exhibition and you forget about your everyday life.
Oh, I love that.
I love that
now,
too.
you brought some beautiful paintings with you today. Tell us about them.
Oh, so there's one portrait that is pretty, because I do a lot of portraiture.
Oh, that is so beautiful.
Oh, thank you. I like to do portraits because it's, it's a dedication to other people. So it's also, it's also a proof of love. And then the one in the center is actually M&M's.
M&M's?
M&M's?
Yeah, and so
I would never think these were done by the same person.
Once again, it's about having fun and not closing any doors and always opening more doors. The portrait is more based on commission, while the M&M's, of course, is more my
so
own.
Is there a message in the M&M's?
There's always a message in M&M's. It's good.
My French is rusty. Can you read the sentence in the middle? Je veux un Matisse?
So it's a Je veux un Matisse. The story is because I do copies as well. I mean, not copies, but I get inspired by other painters. So I did a painting by Matisse because I was teaching how to paint like Matisse. So I was teaching, and I came back to my house with that painting, and I said, what should I do with that? So I erased it, and then I look at it and it looked beautiful. So I say, I'm gonna do something. So I wrote, I want a Matisse, and then something was missing, and that was the M&M's.
Of course, it was M&M's.
Everything's
that
better with
would have occurred
M&Ms.
to me immediately.
Yeah.
So tell us about the other one that you brought now.
It's Santa Claus, and it's written "Wanted" on it because we all want Santa Claus as
Oh,
well.
What a beautiful
There was
Santa
something funny about the willingness of that posters that were printed
Yes.
with
the characters.
Yeah. So
the joy is captured in his eyes.
Oh,
and,
yeah.
He
And
is-
we want Santa Claus mostly. He just passed a couple of days ago, so in the chimney. So.
I hope he's out of all those chimneys by now and home
Yes.
safe and sound.
Yes. So
Well,
that's
now
the
you have a big reception coming up, a big exhibit opening here.
Yes.
That's a great thing. It's called I Wanted to Be Walt Disney. It's the Center for Arts and Humanities. You have a big open house on the 4th,
Yes.
because that's the week it opens, 4th of January. Then it goes through the 31st of January,
Yes,
right?
absolutely.
And for more information, you can go to sarasotaarts.org. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
They are lovely. You brightened our day.
Thank you
and
so
next,
much.
Suncoast for sale. And we have some New Year's resolutions involved.